everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wild card matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Packers going up against the Giants.
Thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 6'5" QB out of Cal. It's Davis Webb.
Oftentimes when you're in college and you transfer, you have to change systems. But for Davis Webb, not much of a change at all. From Texas Tech to Cal, from the air raid to the bear raid, throws 620 times in his one season at Cal, 37 touchdowns, just 12 interceptions.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Here we go now.
Now a first down throw. Webb. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Webb. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
And the kick by Rosas is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Webb. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 8 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lance Kendricks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be home?
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. On 1st down, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Davis Webb going to lead the offense back onto the field. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice beforehand and had that little twinkle in his eye where he thought, hey, we can get some...
First down, it's Webb. Caught left side, it's Beckham. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just goes right over the top of it because he can see everything.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The tight end Henry here in motion. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On second down, Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, and all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 64 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The play clock's running down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So second and goal here from the 9. On the carry, it's Montgomery, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, a 9-yard touchdown run, and the Packers add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Davis Webb going to lead the offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
to make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Webb under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A play fake, now Webb. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now here's Ross.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And tough starting field position here. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-9.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves them with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something to game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now we're going to get a halt in the action because Ty Montgomery is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. That's what I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Slot man moves right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to John Ross. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one good for 7 that time. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down to the tight end.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
319!
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs. You a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Giants haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Packers have looked good on the road.
Larry, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Operating from the gun, Meadows buying time to his left. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. from the gun. Meadows. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense. As they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again with Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go. 3-19.
On second down, Webb. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not that. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
To throw, Webb. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. Harris has it over the middle. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
On 3rd down, Webb. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down. Meadows firing quickly here, and that's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Meadows. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. To throw again. Meadows. Flush to his right. Now the ball comes loose. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down, Webb. And his throw here's incomplete. Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing again. Webb. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Webb now from the gun. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain of 39 on third.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. He's got daylight. The 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Hunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll run again with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on second down. Meadows. Now he'll escape to his right. Caught on the right side by Adams. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. Operating from the gun. Meadows. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To throw on second down. Meadows. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, it's Webb. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Let's go.
From the gun, Webb. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a first down throw. Webb. Open man right side is Ingram. 12 more yards there and another first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice move. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Hunt, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you thought your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meadows. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now they try the right side here. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball game.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point. Stay on course?
Stay on course. Obviously, you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason.
Now Hunt. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And his throw is incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Webb. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, that he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll bang that one through.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go! 3-19!
To throw on second down, Webb. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Webb. And Ingram holds it in. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Meadows. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Corbin Bryant in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Giants. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Ross on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there.